Hi and welcome back. So in the past couple of videos we've been working on translating or rewriting different examples. We did a couple different ones. We took an example that was in 4/4 time, and we took that and we put it in 2/4 time, if you remember. Then after that we took another example that was in 4/4 time, and we took it and we put it into, oh, sorry, I'm writing that incorrectly. We took it and we put it into 3/4 time. And now we're going to try something new. We're going to try, we are going to do this, and probably we're not going to get all the way through it in this video. It'll probably take at least 2 videos, if not 3. But I want to introduce you to a new time signature, and it's I guess a type of time signature that we haven't seen yet, and that is 2/2 time. Okay, so I might have talked about this a little bit in our time signature videos and at the top of this playlist, but this is really the first time that we're going to see in this bottom number anything besides a 4. Okay, we did, I forget if we did, I'll have to check back on the playlist. I don't remember. I don't think, though, that we've done really any, or we definitely haven't done in depth any examples with anything besides a 2 in, or with anything besides a 4 in this bottom number of a time signature. So what we're going to do over the next couple of videos is we're going to take this example in 2/2 time, and we're going to go all over what 2/2 means and what a measure of 2/2 looks like. But we're going to take this measure of 2/2 time and translate it or rewrite it into 4/4 time. Okay, so that's kind of the ultimate goal of what we're going to be dealing with. Okay, and let me I guess say, as an aside right now, and it might not be incredibly obvious when I talk about this right now, but in these two examples that we did in 4/4 to 2/4, and then again in 4/4 to 3/4, when we just put on a metronome, so I'll get out my metronome right now, and actually I'm just going to change this to a 1-beat cycle right now, so this shouldn't change. So we're even just seeing a 1. But the point was, if we put on a metronome and we hear the click coming out like that, and actually let me have it so I can easily access my stop button. There we go. So if we put that on and we hear just a click, we just hear, you know, there, 1, 1, 1. We just hear, you know, clicks like that. The point was that if we just put on a click, and if we didn't know what a time signature was, or you know what division of the music was, or we weren't looking at the music, it would sound exactly the same. And we said that our arrow analysis would look exactly the same under you know, for each time a click happened, is kind of what we said. Each time a click happens, or you know, for each time a click happened, the music would sound exactly the same. It is kind of what we were saying. And even though these numbers change, so you know, this might have been, you know, if we were going from 4/4 to 3/4, we went 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. You know, we kind of went from if we went from 4/4 to 3/4, it looked like that. You know, what the point is that with each beat, this stayed exactly the same. So we're actually going to handle our 2/4 to 4/4. We're going to do this a couple of different ways. The way we go from 2/4 244 when we translate this time signature. But the main thing I want to get across, because we're now in a situation where, okay, so because in these other examples, we had a 4 in the bottom number of our time signature, okay? So that meant that a quarter note got the beat, okay? And we went to a time signature with a 4 in the bottom number. So that meant that a quarter note still got the beat. In this example, one of the things that we're going to be dealing with is we've got a 2 in the bottom number. So we've got something other than a 4, and we're going to an example with a 4 in the bottom number. So keep in mind that what does this mean if we have a time signature with a 2 in the bottom? Well, if you remember the description of what a time signature is and how to figure out what time you're in, and hopefully you remember that. If you don't, you should go back to the top of the playlist and watch the videos I have on time signatures. But if you remember, what it is the way you figure out what gets the beat in a time signature is you take this bottom number and you just put 1 over this bottom number. So right here, we would write down 1 over 2. So that's a half. So that's telling us that in 2/4 time, a half note is going to get the beat. But then we're going to something, we put 1 over this 4, we're going to something that is going to have a quarter note getting the beat. So this is going to look a little bit different when we try to translate this and when we try to go back and forth. And I think I urge you really, at this point, you should know enough, and we should have gone through enough examples of rhythm and of our beat analysis that I would really urge you, because we're going into a bit of a new concept here, I'll write down our example. But now, because a half note is getting our beat, I would really urge you, once we start working on this example, to absolutely pause the video before I do the beat analysis, and then after you try to do the beat analysis on your own, then unpause the video and see how I do it. And that's going to be the best way for you to really figure out what's going on, because the beat analysis is going to look very different, or it's going to look much different than when we were working in 4/4 time. And I want you to think about how it should look because of this, because our half note is going to be getting the beat. Okay? So I really want you to think about what is the beat analysis going to look like on this music, because now a half note is getting the beat. So anyway, I guess that's I just wanted to do a video kind of explaining what we're going to be going over in the next couple of videos, and I guess I'll close that off right now. And in the next video, we're going to start on our example in cut time. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.